advantage. They're going to have to beat Krispy in a pretty aggressive statement. If they win with 2 one-stock victories, okay, great, it's 5v4. You have barely been your Mario. For the classics here, the first in the game versus the very last.
I like the options that Mario has overall, but I'm not sure if there. Mario is stubby. Let's just cut to the chase.
Yeah, very true.
It's very hard to break in on Sora, especially anyone with a sword as Mario. So that's what I'm going to be interested to see. But right now, controlling the stage pretty well with the flood and fireballs overall. I like the pressure coming out.
I like the stage coverage. The pressure is going to make it difficult for Krispy to go for a lot of kind of open combos is what I'm going to refer to them as. 84%. You find this Mario kind of constantly at your back, slamming this damage into you over and over. The fireball makes it difficult to gather a stage presence, but we can see already from what Krispy is doing. Okay, there's a good example of Sora being super light, by the way. We can tackle that more later. We're seeing a playstyle from Krispy where they want to own center stage. And I think against Mario, it's not going to be the easiest, but it's also not going to be the hardest. There is a world where you can dominate Mario out of center stage, but you've got to not let him get this close to you, or you're going to catch 53%. It's a free combo. Double flood might take the stock. Triple flood, excuse me, guarantees it. No, not yet, but that will!
Whoa.
You've got to be kidding me. Loftz with an absolute highlight reel of a play right there.
I mean, he's just playing so consistent right now.
Seriously.
It is automatic Mario combos looking essentially to capitalize on any missed DI, but Iona really looking to blow open this lead.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody successfully land 3 floods in a row and then the stock right after that. That was very impressive. Like you said, a fundamental Mario classic, and it works well. I'm not sure we're going to be seeing a 3 stock, but it's still in the cards. Full Rage Mario has you off stage, and Sora's Wait really working dangerously against him. Possible forward air incoming. No, chooses to run it down. A fascinating play from Loftz. I think they would have won the exchange if they went for a forward tilt or a forward smash, perhaps. Tries to read the roll, but gets read instead. 80% versus 140. One strong hit from Loftz, and this first matchup is over.
Yeah, I mean, just so much pressure coming out. That is not going to be enough of an option, but good cape coming in to reflect the blizzard. And right now, Loftz just creating such an oppressive wall that Krispy hasn't really found any way to get momentum.
No momentum on the board quite yet. 163 full rage. Loftz are just 1 or 2 strong hits away from tying the series in its entirety. It's a 4-1 right now. If you win with 3 stocks, you get 3 points. It's already a 4-4. And then Loftz can underperform as much as they wanted to as long as they found that 1 stock victory. And you've given your team that decent lead. What a fireball to catch Ducks. Absolutely amazing. But Sora still not going to let it happen. Oh, one of those awkward moments. But it is broken. There's grab. There's back throw. There's the stock. And there is a 3 stock for Loftz. Very impressive and exactly what Iona needed, what Iona needed.
Pretty commanding statement coming out on the side of Loftz right now. So similarly, we've talked about how you don't want to give Falco a triplat. I do not think that you want to give Mario triplats, especially with how aggressive Loftz is playing.
Yeah, and I think probably people watching did just notice that I did mix up my numbers. Iona is just putting their lead even higher. That was my mistake. But now it's going to be 7-1 on the board right now. A tough spot to find yourself in early, Ducks, but it's one that Iona exactly what they needed. You know, it was close. They wanted to take the lead. They didn't want things to get tied up. They wanted to jump into the future, put more points on the board for the team, and you've already made it a 6-point differential in a single performance from Loftz. We need one more set. If there's another 3 stock, if we're looking at a 10-1, this is 1 set already from being mathematically over. That's how dangerous Loftz can be here if they're not shut down.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is Loftz kind of just created pressure and was able to jump in and constantly overwhelm to a place where you don't really have any way to break out, especially a Sora when you're getting comboed on such a small stage. Maybe something like Town can do a little bit better, but good lord, man, that was just so oppressive off the rip.
Yeah, the immediate aggression was phenomenal there. The consistent stage control that wanted to be played by Krispy. They wanted to play center stage. Mario can do very well in center stage. The recoveries were great. The tech was very strong to stay alive, but it felt very much like Egan's last stock back in the previous set. It was a delay of the inevitable. It was, okay, I'm close, but I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. Okay, now I am. And it's like nothing really gets done in that moment. It just becomes a slow burn play of trying to keep Mario at bay. Now, if I had to take a shot in the dark, I guess Krispy played someone before Sora. Krispy has not been playing the game only with Sora. And I think swapping could be beneficial here. Going back to somebody that's a little heavier could be huge here. Going back to somebody that you may have basic mechanic kind of muscle memory with could be very strong. There's a lot on the line for Niagara right now. And if this Sora comes out again and another 3-stock hits, that is a 12-1 scoreline.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we've gone from 4-1 to possibly 12-1 if Loftz 3-stocks again.
You're kidding me. That is a huge hill to climb. But granted, there's quite literally a couple tons of weight in the back to cover that you have to still close.
That's very true. You bring up a good point, actually. Yeah, we did reference some heavies at the beginning of this evening, and I haven't seen any of them. So that'll be something to keep an eye on moving into the latter half of this series. But right now, a decent play from Krispy early, wants to keep the momentum a little bit different, waiting for Loftz to push in and then punishing the aggressive movement instead of falling victim to it. 33% onto Loftz. Goes for the up smash, doesn't get punished, slides in, dash attack whipped as well. Fireball back air, grab into up throw. This is the spin cycle, and Krispy finds himself in the combo once again. Phenomenal turnaround from Loftz. Things were feeling close for a moment, but looks like Loftz has restabilized.
But this is the thing, when Mario is able to find that single touch combo extender, it essentially can rattle into a touch of death before you even know it. And right now, Loftz doing a good job of playing around a lot of these overcommitments on the side of Krispy. We see a lot of up smash and a couple other options like that. But I think right now Krispy needs to extend by intercepting aerial approaches on the side of Loftz.
I think that's a very good call out, Dux, and I think that would be very beneficial for Krispy to be interrupting those aerial plays from Loftz. But even when Loftz is on the ground, they feel just as dangerous. They fled out the wrong way, but hey, accidents happen, right? You're still feeling confident. This matchup, notably closer than the previous. Even if this stock is found, we're seeing Loftz at already 90%, and they didn't reach until nearly the end of Krispy's second stock, back in stage number 1. Gabe not going to be able to find him this disruptor. Can Krispy take the lead for the first time? Frostaga doesn't pick up the momentum. Fireaga getting a little bit of space could help Loftz. Could help Krispy take out Loftz, but Mario back throw, devious, dangerously strong, and that does give Loftz the lead once again. How long can he hold on to it?
I mean, it's a much closer game already off the rip.
No doubt.
And the one thing that I think Loftz hasn't done is slow down the game and use the fireball to effect to try and slow down. As I say that, of course. But we see Loftz kind of just jumping around the space of Krispy, and oh my gosh, Mario combos for days. But that was
Mario moment.
That was a huge call out, by the way, that F smash. That's basically saying, I know you're going to land here, and if you do, your soul is mine.
Yeah, that is truly an I am in your mind kind of play. A very strong showing from Loftz, grabbing a back throw once again, charging the flood, but I don't think they're going to be using it. I think it's a bait, falls down low, doesn't catch it in time with the spin cycle, disrupts Krispy's attack. Forward air spaced out, a very good play from Krispy to stay alive, a great delay of what feels inevitable as the spin cycle finds almost that second stock once again. 151 full rage Mario. This is where Loftz really got to shine back in game number 1, was having this full rage online. Completely getting ready to double lap Krispy in the stocks here, and that flood, could that be enough? Zora, back up. What can you do with the rest of this stock? Huge freeze, that's gotta be it, right? No way! No way you are still breathing.
Oh my gosh. Finally. Okay, there it is. I was about to say, in that stock, Loftz has done 146%, has only taken like 50 at the time when that thought crossed my mind. But the fact that he got out of the up B, which was essentially certain death, is such a boot for him. And now, all this extra credit, 160 back throw, can't do it from that far across the stage. But lots of opportunity for Krispy to try and at least make up some ground, but can't do it when you get the Mario back throw right at the ledge.
On the bright side, you're down to 0%. You're going to be a little bit heavier, a little less knockback working against you, and perhaps that's able to work well for Krispy. They fall into the combo. They go for an attack, but Loftz damages just right through it. 47 to 47, a full stock differential right now. The back air finds Krispy, disrupts their momentum once again. We just saw Loftz go for an entire combo without realizing that he had not picked up Krispy in the first hit. That was funny, but definitely not anything to be worried about, as you are still very confident. 0.8% differential for just a moment, and gap closed entirely once again. Krispy keeping it close, but you've got to get rid of that one stock. Keeping it close isn't what matters right now. It's tying up the stocks, not the percentages.
Yeah, it's all about closing up these stocks. And right now, I really want Krispy to at least go for some more consistent openings. Maybe using the Nair, a falling Nair of some capacity, or trying to find some opening using maybe any type of area where you're trying to call out Mario at the ground level. But what a call out from the Thundaga. Asking you shall receive. Krispy big, trying to close that lead up.
Yeah, going from a 3-stock to, at worst case scenario, a 1-point win is huge. You definitely stopped the bleeding a little bit for Niagara, but you've got to take Loftz down. You've got to take us to our second match 3 of the day. It would be very exciting, but it's not done yet, Ducks, and I'm not ready to count Loftz out by any definition of the word. 140 full rage Sora. Fire does cover the ledge, or the platform, rather. Recovery in. There's the back air. That's, wow, surprisingly enough, not the stock. Some very good DI to keep you up and running in that moment. Tries to read it with a forward smash. Okay, that's absolutely the stock. That is over, and that is Loftz putting Iona in a very comfortable position moving forward. That is 10 points. 1-10 right now in favor of Iona.
Loftz threw out a pretty early taunt there, kind of trying to send an early message saying, like, I got it in the bag, man. Like, just take it.